Hi, I'm Donald Frugé, Executive Director for PCK Intellectual Property, and today I have here with me Alan Feeney, our Managing Director for the Life Sciences practice. Can you tell me a little bit more about the life science practice and some of the trends you're seeing today?
Thank you, Donald. There really are three really hot areas in patenting in the biological arts. The first one is biologics themselves. Biologics are drugs that are made by living organisms, such as a bacteria, a virus, or it could be a fungus. Based on one of my recent filings, the problems that we have with the biologics, because they're large peptides and proteins, is to getting them across the blood-brain barrier. So we have one client that has very interesting technology that we've recently patented on, based on an insertion into the brain. The inventor happens to be a brain surgeon. And the interior of the capsule that's inserted into the brain has a scaffold that contains a biologically engineered cell line that can produce certain biological chemicals or biological peptides that have been found to be therapeutic. So he's advanced the technology from the test tube to actual use. Another really hot trend, or an area where there's been a lot of patent filings, has to do with gene editing. One of PCK's clients actually has technology in which they use the CRISPR technology in which to modify certain enzymes for them to be better acting and to be more therapeutic. And another area I've seen a lot of recent filings have to do with personalized medicine. This area is a little bit more tricky because of a Supreme Court case in which they've held that the patenting of genes is not something, or that the genes cannot be patented. That's the Angelina Jolie case, which involved the BRCA gene, in which women who have that gene have a predisposition for certain breast and ovarian cancers. The one client that I'm thinking of, that when we're talking about personalized medicine, they actually have a very interesting at-home blood test where you can actually test the blood for certain characteristics and actually use cannabis therapeutically. And it could be customized for the particular patient.
Wow, that's fascinating. Another area that companies, especially small companies, are looking into and have questions about is invention harvesting. So could you tell me a little bit about how you and PCK help inventors and small companies with invention harvesting, and how that really affects the company's viability and their bottom line?
This is where experience really plays in. I've always been of the opinion that it's not necessarily the smartest woman in the room who can do best at invention harvesting, it's the most inquisitive. So the idea is to work with the client's research and development team and engineers, and to develop a relationship where they feel comfortable with you so that they can discuss what they're working on. What I've found over the years is that many inventors unfortunately feel that their inventions are not patentable or that they're obvious. The idea is for me to educate them on what is patentable subject matter, and then to work with them closely to ask them the right questions, to draw out what their inventions are, and to work with them in developing that invention to a point where we can actually advance that invention to the patent review boards for each of the companies or our clients.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great. Well, another major area that companies are concerned about is the predictability of cost. And I understand that PCK is really focused in this area and has a way to help small businesses and inventors with managing costs and predicting them a lot better.
One of the things that brought me to PCK was the fact that both Andrew and Stephen were in-house counsel, as I was for a European pharmaceutical company for 12 years. And as a consumer of intellectual property, it was always a problem with anticipating budgets, and other law firms that didn't provide or weren't open to providing me with information just created problems for me, particularly with management and particularly with anticipating what funds I needed for each fiscal year. So what PCK has done and what they continue to do is to provide our clients with upfront costs as to how everything, what the expenses will be throughout the entire lifetime of the prosecution, from original filing through the grant of the patent. We provide the client with clear and exact costs estimates, and what the bills would be and what they should expect to pay. I find that the clients, the PCK clients, are very receptive to that and appreciate the fact that we are able to provide that information to them that other law firms just can't.
That's great. Thank you, Alan. We really appreciate your insight into the life sciences practice. Really appreciate your time today. And thank you for listening. We appreciate your time today. And if you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer them. You can contact myself, Donald Frugé, or Alan, or any member of the PCK team, and we'd be delighted to answer any of your questions that you have about IP in the life science space. Thank you and have a wonderful day.